Wow! When I wrote my first book it was 12 hours a day non-stop writing. I had a 6-book series brewing for a long time. Peter Thiel's 0 to 1 got me to write, and I wrote like the hand of God when that moment struck. It was in the fear of writing what I most feared where I would block up. In my professional writing classes I would give in corporate training programs I found one simple pattern for good email writing. Often we bury what we want to say at the end of writing. Take that one sentence near the end and make it your first sentence and write again, and or make it the subject line. I remember doing this one lesson with this director at HP. He was not happy. I used his own emails. LOL. When I went to edit my book I kept this in mind. And it helped me see key topics and truths I left out because it hurt too much to look at reality. I found I buried things at the end, at all scales of writing. 4 years after writing, I get what else I didn't say. I never admitted my goals was matriarchy. It made a book for girls on science missing a key part. I finished the book and felt powerless to market it as my first published book. My massive writing block while writing book 2, its sequel, was broken in seeing that my books make perfect Bibles for a mass sci-fi universe. So when I went to adapt it all and K-fiction as a more sellable medium than non-fiction, I found my answers to my non-fiction writing blocks. My blocks stop me from writing in the right genre and in the right way to that audience. I know better than any man how to. LOL. Pirates, vampires, romance novels. With my inner Jordan Peterson brain 50 Shades editing it is hard to accept oneself. Writing exposes that you need real death and real consequences to write. So I loved your advice. Is awesome. I need to process and accept. My work explains women completely, and I will die if I fuck up marketing. The sheer epic scale of all I made. My intent in Malice's locals and connecting is to connect only to that pure fucking positive go fuck everything universe creating mind. Perspective is real intelligence. Think in more dimensions. I made a lot of professional training manuals and journalism in China. I got editing god powers from so much pain and experience. That voice in me has to come out. I am practicing making space with language here. Not fun the way I talk. I share pain. I stab myself to get perspective. Working on deep PTSD healing instead of writing for now. It comes down to being ready to take that work to any stage and go in any form. And you had my love at making RPG systems. All the weird you gotta walk on the outside for real. Marketing. Be willing to go to market. That is harder than the writing. I am willing to do porn to get my stuff out. I had to realize how to do that. With my over-the-top ethics. And I had to speak the truth to family and face that shit. Working on voice. Get real. Feel. Hurt. I got so much. It is more me relaxing now. Learn him to integrate. I did the writing and you got to real life work with it. Go follow one's real gut and conscience to every detail. My wisdom is the product of the reflection on the universal symmetry of all my pain, loss and mistakes I took. I dig. 6 rules. And they are my soul. And hard to say too. I worked hard on these. They aren't like virtual laws. Something unique. I worked on 6D jewels. It's personal. So raw to even feel the exposing of saying that.